Howdy, howdy, everyone. Welcome to Inside Russia. My name is Konstantin, and I am streaming live from the very heart of southern Russia. Thank you very much for joining. I hope that you will learn something very, very interesting and unique about Russia, and that will help you to understand this mysterious and strange country a little more. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for coming. Let's find out whether Russia is a part of the West or the East. That is very, very important for general understanding of my country. Well, is Russia part of the West or part of the East? I have answered this question for myself, and I'm going to share my knowledge, my experience with you. Why I think that I am somewhere right on the spot about this issue. Well, because I was born and raised in Soviet Union and Russia. Then I spent a huge part, a very important part of my life. I became adult in the United States. I moved back to Russia, and I lived in the very eastern countries, such as Uzbekistan, and I know Iran quite well. I have something to compare. My unique experiences and things that happened to me. And this is a projection onto the countries. I see how these both civilizations, like where Russia belongs to the east or to the west. Anyway, why this is important? Why, why I'm making a stream about that? Why I want you to learn of what this is all about. Well, it's because this issue is very important because in the West and in the East, societies are built certain way that is very different from one another. This, I would say, the Western civilization and the Eastern civilization, they have a great deal of influence on how the society is built, okay? How they are organized, what rules they live by, okay? This, whether it's the Eastern civilization or the Western civilization, influences the very fabric of society, the human interactions, how people live with each other, okay? And that is a drastic difference. Now, what is the difference? In general, if to be very short, Eastern countries tend to have very hierarchical structure, where Western countries are egalitarian. Western countries value independence and tend to promote individuals who are task-oriented and individualistic. In the Eastern countries tend to promote collective achievements. They tend to promote hierarchical structure. They focus on loyalty and respect towards the other members of the hierarchy, of the groups. Where does Russia stand? Does Russia value individuals more, or it values groups, values society, values goals? Okay? If you come to Russia, if you're a foreigner, come for the first time, and you just start, exploring Russia, looking around, most likely you will find the Western society. You will see it everywhere. You will see it in the architecture. You will see it in the values. You will see it in the laws that Russia is organized by. You will see it in education, in people, in interactions everywhere. Let's say if you live in New York City or London, and if you come to Moscow for the first time, St. Petersburg, most likely you will feel somewhere close to be right at home. You will not feel striking difference like if you get into an alien society. Nothing like that, Of course, some things would seem very strange to you, but in general, you will find yourself in the Western civilization, in the Western society. But that, my friends, is just the surface. And if you scratch the surface just a little bit, you will find a completely different picture. You will find the fabric of the society, the human interactions, more of Eastern. You will find that most Russians belong to groups. You will not find a Russian, very rarely, but you will not find a Russian that is not part of certain organization, informal circle, informal group, informal bunch. Okay? Russians belong to groups. I personally belong to groups. Quite a few of them. The groups are, and I'm just a, pretty much regular Russian in this matter. The groups are very different. They're of different size, of different influence, of different power, of different significance, I should say. But, for example, a group of high school friends, high school alumnis, the group of university friends, people I went to university with, university alumnus, colleagues of the current company, colleagues from few former companies that I worked. Family, of course. Number one is family. The biggest, the strongest group there is. The army. I did not serve in the Russian army, but if I did, that would be a very strong group of people who I'd serve in the army with, Banya circle. People who are godparents of my children and who I am godparents of their children. Neighbors, hugely important group. And groups like that, groups are organized differently. They're mostly informal. People in the groups meet sometimes very rarely, but they never lose connection to one another. For example, I haven't seen my school friends, I don't know, in 15 years, but if I need something from one of them, I wouldn't hesitate to pick up the phone and say, hey, Alex, howdy, this is Konstantin. What's up, brother? I need this and this. And if he can help me, he would. Anyway, most Russians belong to, let's say almost all Russians belong to groups. And this is how it works. A group promotes you. Group helps you. Group makes you stronger. You becoming stronger with the help of group. And that beefs up, strengthens your group that you're coming from. You do the same as the group. In a group, I mean other people in the group. You do the same to the group, to the other people. If they need your help, goes without saying, you help. If they need you to promote them in any way, you promote them as much as you can, because it works both ways, reciprocity principle. You help others, others help you. The stronger your group, the more successful you are. The higher you go. Remember, in one of the previous streams, I told you that Russia is not about money, it's about power. The groups are little nodes of power, and the stronger is your group, the more powerful you are. How to get to a group? Born into a group, into a family. Family is your absolutely strongest, foundation, I should say. And if you're lucky, if you're born into a large family. Marry into a group, go to school, go to work, and, generally be friendly and make friends. This is how you become stronger in Russia. That is a very, here in Russia we say groups, but really what it is clans. C-L-A-N, clan. We belong to clans. And a person in Russia is judged by how strong is his clan, how strong is his group. In Russia we have a saying, один в поле не воин. One is not a warrior in a field, because one always faces the group. And, it's really hard to win over the group. We don't compete with individuals, other individuals here. We compete with groups. If there's a group behind you, you get respect, you get help, you get promotion, you get strength. If there's no one behind you, that's much, much difficult. I'm not saying it's 100% in Russia like that. There is some space for individuality in Russia. That's why it's not completely 100% East. I would say 80% is clans, 20% individuals, okay? So there is some space for individuals. You can be brilliant mind, you can be extremely smart, or very strong-willed, and then you can work your way up. But working your way up usually means joining one of the clans, one of the groups, and getting help of the groups, of such group, okay? So Russia is just about 80-20. I lived in a society that's 100% Eastern. That is Uzbekistan. And oh my God, let me tell you, if you haven't been to Uzbekistan, you've seen nothing yet, because 100%, if you're part of the clan, you're everything. If you're not, you're nothing. Not even speck of dust, you're below nothing. If you are part of a clan, a family, you have opportunities. You can go places. You can climb heights. If you're not, you're gonna stay near the dirt all your life. It's just a matter of being a part of a clan. How do you get into a clan in Uzbekistan? There are basically two ways. Either to be born into a clan or to be married into a clan. That's why marriage is a hugely important event in Uzbekistan. It's the biggest event of person's life, okay? Just a short story. I spent 2 years in Uzbekistan, and I had a company there. I had two offices, one in Tashkent, the capital, another one was in Fergana. And let me tell you, I had 25 people in Tashkent and about 35 in Fergana. One boy and one girl met in my company, fell in love, and they got married. They decided to go easy on a wedding. It was small, as I said. It's going to be modest, small wedding. 600 people. 300 from the groom side, 300 from the bride side. And of course, I was invited. Again, in Uzbekistan, I didn't know anyone. Just my company and people who helped me out, the police, local police, my roof, and that's pretty much it. And I went to a wedding. Imagine 600 people, not knowing anyone, commotion, loud, laughing. Uzbekistan, people show their emotions there. 600 people, and the ceremony is like this: when they get married, there's everyone goes out in front of this huge group of people, 600 people, and toasts, giving good wishes, and the closer to number one position of your toast is, the more important your groom's and bride's life. So in Russia, it's pretty much same, but number one people in newlyweds' lives are parents, grooms and bride's parents. Goes without saying. Parents are people of honor, people of respect. It's all about parents. In Uzbekistan, I thought it would be the same. Parents, grandparents, family, and so forth. Guess who was the first in line to toast? Most important people. There were 6 or 7 fellas, young, school friends of the groom. School friends, the kids. I couldn't believe it. Later, I was explained. The most important people in that person's life, because they all gonna go different places. They all belong to different clans, but they're friends. They have this informal group, and they studied at school. You cannot repeat that ever. That's gonna be the closest people throughout life. And they help each other. They never lose touch with one another. They go through life together, so to speak. So they're number one, the most important people. Who was number 2? Yours truly, because I was the boss. Second most important person. The head of the company where the groom worked, and the bride worked for that matter. I was not ready to give a toast, give a speech, being number 2. I did. I did a pretty good job, but I was absolutely shocked that I was number 2. Number 3 were like other friends, not school friends, and then there were more friends or something like that. And only then there were parents and families and so forth. That's how that's how Eastern society works. When the guest visits your house, the guest is treated better than family, better than your wife, better than your kids. You treat the guest like God. Why? Because guest might become your friend. And guest belongs to a different clan. And if that person becomes your friend, your clans join. You can use his clan to your own purpose, and he can use your clan to his own purpose. Okay, that's how the Eastern society works. Now back to Russia. We are a clan society. Not 100%, I would say 80%, and 20%, there's some space for individualism, about 20%, and that's it. Now, how do I know? How do I see this? Why Russia belongs to the East? Why do I see it so vividly, so to speak? Well, plain and simple, because I have experience. In order to really understand something, you have to compare both sides. And I've compared the East and the West. And I've just told you about the East, about the Eastern countries. And I'm not even talking about Iran. Iran is completely, it's like way out there. It's in the league of its own, okay? But countries like Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, I know Egypt quite well, they all work like they're part of Eastern civilization. Okay. So, when I was 20, in 1996, I went to the United States and I ended up spending 9 years there. And when I came, I was 20 years old. I was green. I was absolutely, I couldn't speak English. I didn't have any connections. I didn't go to school in the United States. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know anyone. I was one. And that really concerned me. I thought that being without connections, without, friends, without family there, without anyone, on my own, I would not be able to achieve anything in the USA. And to my greatest surprise, it turned out to be absolutely not true. Moreover, I learned that the United States was completely different, the quintessence of the Western culture, where individualism is valued, where individuals who are goal oriented, who hard work, who work hard, who are smart, who are strong, who are sly, those kind of individuals valued. And the biggest legends, the biggest heroes in America are self made people. I couldn't believe it at first. And then I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Figure American legends and heroes are, I'll just, name you, I wrote it down, I name you a few names. The icons: Benjamin Franklin, Ross Perot, Steve Jobs, John D. Rockefeller, Ray Kroc, Walt Disney, Thomas Alva Edison, Sam Walton, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Henry Ford. You know, all those people, they were self-made. In Russia, it's really unimaginable. Okay, if you come from the very bottom, if you're not a part of the group, then it's nearly impossible to climb up. But in the United States, it is possible, and it is the source of pride for people. That's what people look upon or look after. Anyway, that's what they admire. It means that the basics of the foundation of the society is absolutely different. It means that everyone is equal on the bottom and everyone has a chance. And it's all up to you. It's all up to your hard work, all up to your willingness to learn, willingness to fight, to achieve, to climb, to spend hours and hours, to focus, to concentrate. That's what gets you up. Not you belonging to certain group of people and you use help of those people. No, the Western society, and I have a pretty good idea that it's not just the USA, it's England, the European countries, Australia, New Zealand, countries like that. And that would absolutely made me fall in love for the West. Everyone has a chance, everyone is equal, and individuals are valued, not the group achievements. It's all about people, it's not about groups or clans. They're really fascinating. Needless to say, I really admire the West for that. I was born into the Western society. I was born into Russian culture, and I I don't even try. Okay, from the birth, it comes natural to every Russian to be part of the group. Family is hugely important for people's lives. People you went to school with, to university with, your colleagues. It's all the circles of trust, so to speak. Okay, And if you are not a part of such a circle of trust, such a group, you're not taken seriously, okay, for the most part. Of course, there are exceptions. And that lands Russia right into the East Department. Russia is, despite the physical appearance of being part of the West, and the czars, Russian czars, for the past 300 years tried to steer it towards the West, taking the greatest achievements, culture from the West, and trying to, cross it with Russia. Despite all those efforts, they succeeded for about 20%. 80% is still the East. And I've heard many times some people in Russia say, well, Russia has a special purpose. It's neither West, it's neither the West, neither the East. Russia is different. Russia is God-chosen country to lead in its own way, things like that. Well, next time you hear someone say something like that, you tell him to take his or her words and shove it. Because if it was true, it would be all over news, and it's not. In my opinion, in my experience, in my understanding, and in my picture of this world and this life, Russia is more part of the East. And I hope this, my point of view that I've shared with you will let you understand Russia a little more. I hope you find this information interesting. I have not heard this from anyone. This is my analysis, my observations, and my experiences compared. So I hope it's interesting for you. And before I finish my message, I gotta remind you one thing. East or West, but home is best. Thank you so much for giving me a chance and hearing my message out. I would like to turn on the comments. Please give me feedback. Let me know what you think, whether you agree with me or not, whether you find this information interesting. Please let me know. Thank you. Before you post something, please use your common sense. I have quite a few people posting, things that moderators have to clean up a little bit afterwards. So please use your common sense. Reese Gray is number one today in messages and in Super Chat. The double champion. Cheers. I see tons of usual suspects. Lorna Mommy, Robert, Angelic Cat Life, Klaus, Sylvia, born in the USA, Brian Dart, Just Terry, Jeffrey Emramakis, Airborne Snail, from Sweden, S. Camphouse, Susan, Golden Griffon, IKDA, the usual suspects. So thank you so much for coming back. Thanks for giving me a chance. Again, Reese Gray sends the first super chat. Hello from Canada, Mr. Popular. To me, Russia is run more or less like a collective, but humans naturally want a degree of individualism, so all collectives end up a hybrid, but Russia is more collective. You can put it this way: collective, more of a clan, more of a group. Russians more of a on the group side, on the clan side. So therefore, I take it you agree with my message. Okay, so thank you so much. Thanks for the super chat, Reese. If you want me to notice your message better, please put it in caps and put my name after @ so I see the orange box, just like Harry Potter did. Howdy, Harry. Blackhead, howdy, howdy. Paul, hello, how is the tea tonight? Tea is wonderful. Tea comes from the east, comes from Ceylon. I made a comment about that, and someone said it was racial to say Ceylon. I don't know, in Russia we say Ceylon all the time. Ceylon and Sri Lanka is the same thing. So, comes from the very heart of the east, from Sri Lanka, and I need some more of it. That's all I gotta say. I'm just finishing up Highland Mlesna Sri Lankan tea. That's an interesting message. We all deserve a credit for this stream, says Jeffrey S. A college credit. Yeah, college credit for this stream. Well, thank you so much, Jeffrey. Thank you. It's good to know. Blackad continues to give out gifts of sponsorship to different people. Thank you so much. We have so many new sponsors: Roger Williams, Baba Johnston, Daniel Gonchki. That's a tough one. Gonchi Z. Ouch. Julia, thank you so much, Blackhead. It's not the first time you do that. My friends, if you want to get more personal with me, then if you become a sponsor, I do live streams for sponsors and patrons only. Much slower paced. I answer all the questions. It's usually more personal conversations. So please join me either tomorrow, on Friday, or on Saturday. I have not decided yet. I did a poll last week for sponsors, and I'm still deciding which day to do it. So again, Black Cat, thank you so very much. Ryan, hope you and your clan are well. I have many clans, many groups. Mostly well. Mostly well. They're not as powerful, though. Not as powerful to send me on the very top, you know. Powerful enough to kind of keep me on the surface. Nico Bowman, Russia is not the east of the west, but the west of the east. Hey, you know what? That's an excellent analogy. The west of the east. 20% of the west, 80% of the east. Yes, completely agree with you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna write it down, actually. Linda, very interesting perspective today. Howdy from England. Howdy, Linda. Thank you so much. We read UK, says Ferrari guy. Thank you. Coffee cake from Frankfurt. Frank in Texas, as usual. Good question from Pamela J. Is Georgia east or west? Also, howdy. I would say Georgia is 50-50. I'm not a big expert on Georgia. I've been to Georgia myself. I like Georgian people very much. Love the country. I think it's 50-50. My bet, but that I could be wrong about that. Gay ZA from Chicago. Howdy. Angelic at life, I agree with you, but family means a lot to us in the United States too. Angelic at life, yes, I know. I had family in the United States. Well, I still have family there. My kids, my ex-wife. She had a large family, and I have something to compare with. My family here in Russia and family of my ex-wife there in the United States. And let me tell you, relationship in the families very different. In Russia, it's much tighter, much closer, much warmer, it's like it's one, okay? Whether in the United States it's a set of individuals that are a family. It's really difficult to explain, but in Russia it's is different fabric of the family, you know. F. Enerch, thank you so much. Howdy from Ireland, says Finola. Howdy, howdy. Michael Kons. Christian Krauser, guess I'm more Russian than I know. I would call old school friends and expect them to do the same for help. Well, Christian, I guess you are a great deal of Russian, more than you know. Ryan, how does a leader sacrifice and deserves all the clans over their own? No! Oh no! Are you kidding me? That's not how it works. You don't sacrifice your clan over other clans. You sacrifice other clans over your clan. You, when you're part of the group, you compete with other groups. You fight with other groups, okay? Because that's how you come on top. And when the president comes on top, usually, he brings all his friends, all his groups, all his circles, okay? Don't go far. Just look at Vladimir Putin. I mean, who is he surrounded with? His friends, old childhood friends, you know, people who he worked before, people who he had served in, like he did the service with, and things like that. I mean, it's a known fact. It's not a secret. Just look. And other clans disappeared. Whoever posed, I'd say, not a threat, but other clans just got weakened. Let's put it this way. Just Terry, thank you so much. I really hope I'm a part of your clan. Yes, you are. This, I don't want to call this a clan. It's not. I think I would insult people if I call like you part of a clan. You're part of the community. That's somewhere very close to my heart. Okay, and you're definitely one of them. Thank you so much. Angie, howdy from a German in Southern California. Angie, hello, hello. Whereabouts in Southern California are you at? Linda, thank you so much for sharing today. Russia is very east, at least that is the perception from here. Sending my love from Leduc, Alberta, Canada. Thank you so much. I agree with you. From you where you at right now, Russia looks very, very east. And you know what? It is very east in general. Christian, howdy from Denmark. We have a new sponsor, Tim. Welcome to Inside Russia level. Message from Liz Dumbrell. In the UK, my family structure is the same as yours. Well, it's good to know. It's good to know, Liz. The Showman. Thank you for the £2. Appreciate it. Every pound counts. Churchston Winchell, is the caste system considered Eastern? I think that's quite something different. It's unique. You know, you're talking about the Indian caste system. You know, I'm not a huge expert on that. I don't know much whatsoever about India and especially about their caste system. My personal opinion, I don't like it. I don't think that, you know, once you are born into a certain level of the society, you cannot move up. It's crazy, okay? I like America, where everyone starts at the same level and everyone can make it, can work his or her way up. That's fantastic. Hello, Mr. Hansen from Norway. I don't know how to say your first name right. Send in my howdy to Bob. We have 19 minutes to go. Just Terry, another super chat gone. Please explain. What do you mean? I saw your super chat. I really hope I'm part of your clan. Not gone. Right here. Mommy, I did not. It's just I'm a little slow because there are too many messages and I go slow. Peace, Dove. Hello, my friend in Russia. Hoping you and your little enjoyed the fishing trip. Very much so. Thank you. Yes, we did. I'm thinking of going on to another one tomorrow night, but we'll see. Going to football game on Sunday. Got my papers in order, registered with the government. Government okayed me to go to see a football game, to attend stadiums. I'm all good to go. They took my picture, they took my fingerprints, they took my passport, my son's birth certificate, copied everything, I uploaded the whole 9 yards. They knew everything about me before, but they even know better. Like, they even know more now. And now they're graciously telling me, you may attend football games. Ain't it nice, huh? So on Sunday, I'm definitely going to see a football game with Michael. Bandy, howdy. I'm happy you decided to do a lighter topic stream today. I wish you all the best, and remember, there's always sunshine after the night. Try to remain positive. Thank you so much. This message is actually very important. Yes, I decided to do a lighter stream because, I cannot do like this heavy streams. One after another. It really gets into me. It really puts me down. So I try to mix a little bit with something lighter. And I do remember, I never forget, that sunshine always comes after the darkest hour, So thank you so much. The snake, how climate change is solved will decide which system is superior for the time being. How climate change is solved? I don't know. How can you solve climate change? That's up to sun, up to earth. I think that humans have very little impact on to make it worse or to make it better. Well, we'll see how it's going to be solved, Give it another 20, 30 years. Coffee cake. The man is a herd animal, but everyone needs his individual chance in East and West. Well, the difference is in the West, people are given chance. In the East, much less of a chance. Let's put it this way. And then in India, if you're born to a certain caste, then you have even less chance. Janice, howdy, just popping in to say hi. We'll have to watch replay. Thank you, Janice. Thank you very much. Angie, in the country, we seem to be more of a clan than in the cities. You know what? That's a good point. Even here in Russia, everything there's not black or white. Everything is shade of gray, right? Same thing about Russia. Like I said, this space for individualism here in Russia. But mostly it's the clan society. But even here, it differs if you live in the city or in the country, because in the country folks stick together. Okay, I would say one village is one clan. Okay, and people inside village help one another. They can rely on one another. Like when time is hard, all come together and help everyone. Cities, Russian cities, not like that. Cities, everyone is. Sometimes you don't even know your neighbors if you live in an apartment block. There's a super chat from Richard Burris. Thank you so much. I won't be offended if you decline to answer the question, which is, where do you see your country in 3 to 5 years? Thank you for your videos. I'm wearing my Ovechkin jersey in your honor. Thank you so much. I virtually join you wearing the jersey. I don't have one. When I played hockey, I had his jersey. I played sometimes. Where do I see my country in 3 to 5 years? I will answer this question, but there is not a certain answer, because there are different paths my country can take right now. We are at the crossroads right now. We're standing and kind of choosing where we're going to be moving to for the next 3, 5, perhaps 10, 15, 20 years, depending on what choice we make now, which direction we go to. That's where we're going to end up in 3 or 5 years. If I know the direction, I can tell you exactly where we're going to be in 3 to 5 years. I just don't know which side we're going to go to. Thank you for the super chat, and I appreciate the question. Jeffrey S., you're making us laugh again. We're all glad for football, Mr. K. Thank you so much. I'm actually feeling a bit better today. Gosh, it's emotional roller coaster. One day you feel a bit better, it lets you go. Another day, a news in the morning comes which is really bad, and you just, and that's it. Your day is done. Mostly it's difficult, but sometimes there are moments like you can't take it anymore and you just take your mind off. Plus, there's a really good day for us. Natasha is back. She was away for a couple of days, and now she's back, healthy and beautiful. So, good day overall. Vernon, you have shed light on Russia, people, FM, Texas, Dallas. Thank you so much, Vernon. I appreciate the message. Sandy Workman, completely agree on the climate change. Yahoo! There are people who agree with me. Thank you, Sandy. Kim, comment on abortion. Women need support. Dollars and family. Family is not as close in North America. Asking women to make the right decision is very different when they are not supported. Kim, I generally understand your concern about, abortion issue, and that's a very sensitive topic, very, I would say, even painful topic these days. But I mean, what can I do? What should I comment on abortion? I think that women need support, and family provides great support, and parents, grandparents, and so forth. Every single day, after I'm done with messages, comments, once we go into praying, I pray every single day, and I invite others to pray for women who are in this position right now. They're, pregnant, and they need help, and I ask God to help. Perhaps I should ask God to give them, more help, like families and things like that. I'll think about that. But I just don't know what to say, really. Faint Jonda, like the name. Didn't realize, but General SVR is also here on YouTube. Are you talking about Russian SVR? I don't watch them. Brian, 75 England, howdy Constantine, giving me more insight. Which side do you feel comfortable? You mean, do I feel comfortable more on the west or on the east? I was born here, so I'm an eastern person at heart. That's something you grow with, okay? There's not much you can do about it. I am extrovert. I have tons of friends, so I feel fairly comfortable here in Russia. I even felt comfortable in Uzbekistan because I found my clan, so to speak. I found friends there, but I do feel much more comfortable liberating in the USA because it's really a place of equal opportunities. And it doesn't matter if you're born into a large family, small family, royalty or no royalty, whatever. Everyone has a chance. That concept amazes me. And I think the humanity has not invented anything better than that. Okay? That's fascinating. Everyone, no matter where a person comes from, has a chance, equal chance. This is, I don't know how to tell you. This is intoxicating, okay? Lane, thank you so much. Thank you very much. No message, but $10 is a message strong, powerful enough. Frida 1984, hi from Germany. Dear Kostya, thank you, love your channel. Community is also fantastic, love you all, best wishes. Thank you, Frida. 1984. Were you born in 1984, or is it your name is after the book? Deacon Prepper is here. Howdy, howdy. Oh, actually saying goodbye. I didn't see you. I'm sorry. Well, thanks for stopping by. Walter Loeb, are you sure you are safe describing the real situation in Russia? No, Walter, I am not sure. Moreover, I'm not safe. It's a promise I made to myself, to God. What can I do? I keep on standing up and speaking every day. Standing up and speak every day would be right. RN87 Mob 94. Many men and women discover their unborn baby has neurogenic defects and need to make decisions. It's heartbreaking. That's when God steps in and it becomes more of a spiritual fabric, spiritual thing. That's really hard for me to comment or to say. It is heartbreaking, but that's every one of us has a way in life, a path. And I guess some people have, that kind of path. My son plays hockey for Trenton now. Wow, pretty cool. Chris. Mama, two boys, gotta go, but I'll do my prayers with you today. Thank you so much. We are going to the prayers in a few minutes. Jeffrey S., thank you so much. Just Terry, please go easy on the mods. They're special. Who is not going easy on the mods? Please let me know. American Girl. Climate change is a grab for power. Love your stream and the community you've built. Thank you so much for the support. I agree with you. Climate has changed, but the biggest question is this a naturally occurring change that happens every so often? 100 years, 1,000 years, few hundred years, or this is 100% man made. I don't believe it's like so much of a man made. In order to, I actually, good discussion. I talked about, I emailed Pinball. Just look at the statistics, folks. I'm not going to discuss it here. Look at the statistics. There's plenty of temperature readings, of climate change, the spikes in temperature, drops in temperature, and that the scientists can go back to like few 100,000 years. Somehow they investigate ice in Antarctica, and that shows a lot and things like that. Just go and look at the data, and then come back, and then we'll talk, okay? Terry Carter, burning questions. Did you attend the Metallica concert in Moscow in the early 90s? Well, that concert was called The Monsters of Rock. There were a few million people gathered in Moscow. I did not make it to the concert. I was watching it live on TV. I was 14 years old and my parents didn't let me go. I remember still 30 years after, and let me tell you, it was quite the event. Guy L. explained the Ice Age. They can't. Who they and what should I explain? I didn't get it. Couple more minutes, Bob. Watching. Michael Constantine, in my country in Canada, many men are running away from child support. Uh, Not Michael, Michelle. I'm sorry, Michelle. What can I say? I don't think it's so much of a Canadian man, American man, Russian man. It's people in general. Some people are, good with the responsibility, and some are not. You can find the same thing in Russia. It's not just it's unique to Canada or the United States. Angie, I went to the Monsters of Rock concert in LA. Well, you know what? You just opened my eyes on something because I thought that the Monsters of Rock was exclusive to Moscow, one-time event. And I guess same thing happened in in LA. Incredible. Led Zeppelin 1975. Wow. Love Led Zeppelin. That's that's an old band, but you know what? That's classic. Pink Floyd is also one of my most favorites. Wish You Were Here, number one song. Dark Side of the Moon. Oh, good stuff. Couple more questions, and that's it. We'll be wrapping up. Jeffrey, you can count on me keeping on. You know, I will keep on showing up every single day when I physically can. Yes, Russia really supports women and children there. RN87 Mom 94 says, explain how. Um, that's a big question, actually. You don't take things out of context, because there is a good deal of support for women and children, but you gotta take a look at the whole picture. Okay, how people are supported here, how what opportunities are people given here, and so forth. Leonard Skinner, nah, I didn't, not that big fan. I'm sorry. Silver Dome was brand new. Wow. Ferrari guy, seems logical that even if one is skeptical about change, clean energy and minimalizing possible footprint is a desirable goal. Yes, absolutely. Clean energy is the goal. It's going to benefit everyone. Can't argue with that. We need clean fuel, clean energy. And I think there's plenty of that. Just gotta look at the right places. Angelic at Life, take pictures of you and your son to share with us when you go to the game. I will try to post pictures when we are at the game live. You know. Thank you so much. Well, my friends, Nick the BMW chap, I drive an electric car. Do you have them in Russia? I've seen very few. Perhaps I've seen in like all my life, I've seen 10 electric cars in Russia. That's it. To my YouTube uncle from the UK. No. I know that they're trying to push this initiative in Moscow. They're building free chargers for electric cars where you can park for free, charge for free, and so forth. But that's not a normalcy. That's, how do you say, an exotic, something very, very exotic. On top of that, gasoline in Russia will be probably very available soon because no one else will be buying it, and will be somewhat cheap, not that expensive. So we won't need electric cars for a long, long time, my friend. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I would like to wrap it up and invite everyone to go and pray with me. Thank you so much. Let's do it. Let me just have a few sips of tea. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful day. Thank you for giving us food, putting food on our tables, giving us roofs over our heads, surrounding by people that we love and love who love us. Thank you. Please help our children, keep them healthy and safe. Please help stop the bloodshed in Ukraine. Reach out and touch the hearts of people who can make decision to stop the bloodshed and fill them with mercy, empathy, compassion, forgiveness. Make their hearts softer, fill them with love, and open their eyes so they make the decision to stop the bloodshed. I'm asking for American President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin to reach out and touch their hearts and fill them with love and mercy and compassion and forgiveness, and make them softer and open their eyes. Why make them wide open so they will see what's going on and it will stop the bloodshed. Please help everyone who has been affected in Ukraine. Give them strength, relieve their pain, calm them down, send them angel. Every single person who needs help, send him or her an angel. Hear everyone's prayer and make their wishes come true. And please forgive us. Please help my country, Russia. Send your strongest angels with sharpest swords, led by Saint Michael, to get rid of the demons that have hijacked my country. Make it run by the angels and make it righteous again, please. Give us wisdom to raise our children the way when they grow up they will make this world a better place and will never fight with one another. I'm specifically asking for women who are pregnant and making a choice whether to keep a baby or not. Please reach out and touch their hearts, speak to them, surround them with help of their family, friends, and the loved ones so they make the right decision. Thank you for bringing us into this community and giving us opportunity to pray together. I would like to ask you for every single person who is praying right now or watching us pray, please answer his or her prayers, everyone's prayers, and make everyone's wishes come true. I would like to ask for a few people specifically. They need your help. They are Nine Veka, Elena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Igor, and Bonnie, Melissa, Buzz, and Mary, Jean-Paul, Paula, Janine, Michael Milkovitz, Marlene, Narnian Lady, Susan S., Susan, Fiona, Madeline, Sabrina, Paul, Freddie, Ellen, Stephen, Martin, Michelin, Priscilla, Donald from Wisconsin, who asks for himself and always asks separately for his country, the USA. Allison and Dave Moyers, I found Waldo, Liz, Deborah, Isabel Legault. Please help her father rest. May her father rest in peace and help her, give her strength to deal with the pain. Ariana, Liz, Bruce, Kayleen, Michael, Thomas, Tony, Jessica, Minutes to Midnight, and Mr. Hansel. I would like to ask you for 4 children specifically. They need your help and their families need your help. They are Maverick, Sebastian, Britzel, and Coulter. Please show your miracle, show your mercy and love to them and their loved ones. They need to heal completely and go back and keep on living normal life with their families. Please help them. Show your miracles to them. Thank you so much. Dear Jesus, amen. My friends, thank you very much for coming. Another stream, another day. There will be another message tomorrow. As usual, 11 p.m. Please come back tomorrow. You are absolutely awesome and you rock. I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you.